Check 1, 2. Yo, check. Check. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Check. Apples and bananas. Check 1. You get jiggy with this?
I think I'm good on my end.
Yeah, but you get jiggy with this.
Yeah, I'll get jiggy.
All right.
Yeah. All about the summer. No trouble. How am I looking on that light? How's the light, Ed? That's good.
Mic check, mic check. KCOSdigitalmedia.com. Check, check, mic check. KCOSdigitalmedia.com. You're listening to KCOSdigitalmedia.com, and it's time for The Beat Goes On.
Well, I'm a multitasker. How about you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so. I have to do that stuff. I just booked a show.
Did you now?
I did.
That's
It's
fabulous.
one of our new fun friend bands that we love so much. The Riot Pilots are gonna plan for a summer riot. Yeah, but I want to welcome everybody to the beautiful Gold Room in beautiful downtown Colorado Springs. This is what we do every Wednesday. And besides being a 24-hour all Colorado music internet radio station, we do this as a way to showcase and talk with all the bands in Colorado that we can. And, you know, we just passed 200 shows just a couple of weeks ago. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And we are so proud to have these guys as the last show of this year, our second year at the beautiful downtown Gold Room. And we can't thank Perry Sanders and his organization enough for letting us occupy this beautiful room for the last 2 years, and I guess we're good for next year because I already got half of it booked.
Right, right. And tonight's going to be a really great show. You know, these guys are fabulous musicians. Blah, blah, blah. Fabulous musicians, and they are, yeah, I know, spit
They're
it out.
not modest.
And they are, like you said, our last show of the year, and it's very appropriate to have such great musicians on the stage. I'm excited.
Well, we were just happy to get them squeezed in as the last show of the year because we'd worked with them before with one of our many favorite charities that we work with, the Hug It Forward organization.
Tony Caruana, we love
Tony
him.
just texted me and said, I can't make it. So you were right, Patrick. Yeah. Yep.
But tonight we have the Knightbeats.
Well, yeah, I was going to make something clever about, what are you guys, the Knights of the Beat or what?
We've tried to spin it into something clever for 11 years now, and there's nothing you can spin to make it clever, actually. Just a horrible band name. Just something that came up when we were young, and we're like, okay, let's stick with it.
I don't
But
think it's
you know
a bad
what?
name.
That's, yeah, if it sticks on the wall for 11 years, I guess you're it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But no, this is a great opportunity because when we did the Hug It Forward Stargazers show, you guys just tore it up.
Yes.
And you know, we have so many things to talk about in the realm of what you do to influence young minds and hearts with what you do, and not only for charity organizations, but a very successful operation up in Monument. And we love our Monument people, so we give them a break because it's so far down the street to Colorado Springs. But yet right now is the time that we always say, if you know anybody that should be here, and yeah, there should be a full house, as always, for this band. They fill up Stargazers.
I know it.
But if you know anybody that should be watching YouTube through our website listening to the audio broadcast through the website or watching on Facebook Live, text them, kcosdigitalmedia.com.
That's right.
And everything's right there on the website. Nathan Lear, our technical genius, does such a great job of linking everything together and has made us what we are in the last 2 years. And Shadow Man, the brawn behind the setup. I mean,
that's right.
He's here setting up right away, and we can't thank him enough for all he does. And, you know, our beautiful co-host, Lisa Street Corner Gypsy Carnes.
Yes.
And we're missing our mistress of the Raven, Laura Lear.
Yes, and we love you, Laura, and we're missing you tonight.
But you know what? Once again, everybody can watch it on YouTube. So, you know what we always do?
We do.
We always say, you know, we want a 2-song,
Intro.
bam, introduction.
In your face with 2 songs.
Actually, lucky enough, we have 2 songs on this list ready to go.
There
All
we
right.
go. Fabulous. Oh my God, that's so fabulous.
I was hoping, otherwise you'd be jamming for 2 hours, man.
So how do we do this? We just start the song?
How do you do it any other way?
Normally we don't. We don't ever play shows.
Really?
Yeah.
We're keeping the clothes on. We're on the internet today, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, why don't you introduce us and then we'll kick this thing off.
Well, we are just once again thrilled to have Tyler Bishop on guitar. Patrick, I don't know your last name.
He's the easiest one, too.
Patrick's Fine.
Patrick's
okay,
Fine.
so now you're forever going to be known as Patrick's Fine. And the mighty Dennis Sanderson on drums.
The Knightbeats,
And
everybody.
we had a message real late here from Tony Caruana. And yeah, he was, Patrick wasn't joking. Tony's got to work. He's going to watch the archive. But he has one request, that Dennis has to do a drum solo. Yeah?
Oh,
yeah.
wonderful.
I guess I'll let that happen.
So that's a half hour right there, right?
Yeah,
That
a little
is.
later. It'll come. It'll come.
Sometimes we just walk off the stage and leave and let him take the whole set.
That's why I'm in the band, just to get some free solos every now and then.
Yeah. Well, we already got the arrangement with Nicole, and you
Awesome.
know. So yeah, Nicole is behind the bar. Take care of her. She takes care of you, no matter what.
Right.
You can order Springs Orleans Cajun food delivered right to your table from
Oh,
that
yeah.
beautiful young lady as well.
Right. Dinner
So
and a
if you're
show.
hungry, don't hesitate.
Oh, yeah.
It's good food.
Yep. So are we ready?
I'm ready.
All
Are
right,
you ready?
guys.
Let's hear some Knightbeats.
We're the
everybody.
Knightbeats. We call this song Intro. Way that I'll chill out, but I need to calm down. You couldn't even guess what caused this mess. Something so small and worthless. The average Joe would learn to let it go. I can't seem to leave it alone. I try, and I need really try to forget about the little things and move on with my life. I think that this is for the best. My problem is addressed. If something goes wrong, I won't become obsessed. I'm doing my best to forget about it. Adjustments to my mindset, I'm cleaning out it. But it always creeps back and it haunts me again. Then I'm stressed to the point of no return. There's nothing that'll calm me down. Pain shooting through my joints and infinite fingers. There's no way that I'll chill out, but I need to calm down. Thank you. Hey man, one more thing for sound. Could I get my guitar down in the monitor? Yeah. Yes, you can, Zyler.
He's so needy.
Question everything ever since I was a kid. I would think straight and follow the lead, but then it didn't make any sense to me. Next thing I proceeded to do was take a look around and see you was in the group. It was someone who lacked valid concern, so why intentional it took my first wrong turn. That is only fun now. There's no shame in going against the crowd. You got to do what you believe in. Heart and do whatever it takes to set you free and be who you wanna be. That freedom. If you can't join them, you must beat them. Make a wrong turn with me. 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 Some days I wake up in my bed thinking of all the memories stuck in my head. I can turn away, follow the lead of everybody that's ever meant something to me. Back in 1993, I had my whole life ahead of me. I was so skeptical, the pride led me to believe my mind was full of doubt. It's only fun now. There's no shame in going against the crowd. Got to do what you believe in. Follow your heart and do whatever it takes to set you free and be who you wanna be. That freedom. If you can't join them, you must beat them. What you believe in. Follow your heart and do whatever it takes to set you free and be who you wanna be. That freedom. can set you free, yeah. Because you wanna be that freedom. If you can't join them, you must beat them. Make a wrong turn with me, make a wrong turn with me. Make a wrong turn with me, make a wrong turn with me. All right, we're just getting warmed up now.
Yeah, I can tell, man. You already got a little perspiration.
I'm a sweater.
That's okay.
You're a sweater? Oh, man. You're
No, I said he's wearing a sweater.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Okay, so that was the word of the show.
Moist or sweater?
Oh,
Sweater.
that's so funny. That word.
Because I'm going to take this opportunity to step out in front of the crowd, and I'm going to acknowledge a couple of people because, hey, what am I wearing?
Look at there.
What am I wearing?
He's wearing a KCOS sweatshirt.
What
Oh
am
my
I wearing?
He
goodness.
stole my shirt.
It's
Come
outstanding.
on, girls. I want to introduce a couple of custom. You know what? I'm going to let you
Artists.
explain. This is Nick and Des, as I know them. They've got names really other than Nick and Des, but this is Blue Sass LLC, and you guys, I got a surprise for Christmas.
Yes,
and
you did.
Since I'm a man that has everything, really I do. I have the most wonderful friends and the most beautiful things in the world, and
The best girlfriend ever.
see, yeah, you know, and that's it.
That one.
I do, but take a minute and tell us what you guys do and how you arrived at this and the long sleeve shirt design.
We actually, we started by just customizing shoes, and then we started with clothing because everybody kept asking us about that. But we know that that's kind of like a big thing. A lot of people do that. But we do beat everybody's price in Springs and online, guaranteed. We price match, we do all that. But we can do anybody's logo.
That's
any
wonderful, you
design,
guys. That's wonderful.
So anything you can think of, we can put on a shirt, hat, shoes, you name it.
Well, we keep in mind, we have this Colorado Musicians and Artists Cooperative, and this is a form of art. Plus, we support small businesses, people that are trying to make it in, you know, whatever their endeavors are. So it's important to draw some attention to people like yourselves to make sure that your art, because it is art,
Yes.
gets out there, is seen, and it is, again, Blue Sass, customized shoes, clothing, and accessories.
Yes, ma'am.
Very exciting. Very
I'm
exciting.
going to wear this, you know, because it's vinyl. I can wear it until who knows when. Should be like, and
Right.
you know.
We don't actually charge by the letter. We
Oh,
charge
okay. I
just
was teasing
front to
you.
back. Okay.
No, it's, you know,
See?
it's all a boost. It's all for
Yeah.
KCOS so that we can be seen and we can be wearing it on our clothing. It's to help benefit you guys.
And we can have a merchandise page on the website
There you go.
to support our nonprofits.
That's
We are
right.
a nonprofit organization, as well as Mountain Kids Music, our associate we are all both Mountain Kids
That's
and
right.
KCOS. So
We would love to do like not the teams, I'm sorry, the artists too, the musicians.
Right.
well, you know, if you guys haven't got merchandise, you guys do have merchandise too, anyway. By the way,
That's right.
We're looking for a new guy or girl. Let's
You
do
know,
it. Let's
well,
link up.
You guys, and thank you very much
Sounds
for
good.
All right.
understanding that we do this with our businesses and
Yeah.
nonprofits and things like that. We like to draw attention to
Oh,
it.
absolutely.
This is a Knightbeats show, but we do appreciate what you guys are doing. So
Really.
thank you very, very much.
And we appreciate it too, by the
We'll
way.
definitely, we got to talk when we have more time. But just enjoy yourselves.
We got
and-
enough time, man. Let's talk it out.
So how many are here specifically for the Knightbeats?
3.
Knightbeats fan?
Just us three.
Yeah. All right.
Being nice, they're just raising their hand because it got awkward. Thank you,
got-
guys.
You know what? You got a serious rhythm section there. I can tell you.
Right?
I was just blown away. I love it. It's just outstanding. You guys are really great. I love all the voicings in your music and
All right. We
everything
appreciate
that you've
that.
got going on.
Plus, he's a shredder.
He's a shredder. Oh
Well,
my
thank you.
goodness. Yes, and you're
I
working your
appreciate
board really well.
Well, I appreciate it. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope
That's
everyone had a great
right.
Christmas out there.
Yeah.
Right.
So
That's
we're
right.
this is like a split show. We're like late Merry Christmas, Happy Early New Year's.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, but you guys better be safe this weekend because we want to see you back next week
You know
for
it.
Suspension 9 that's going to come in their gothic mode and just shake the
Did you
foundation.
say
Michael
they're
Malice.
gothic mode ninjas?
Oh my gosh.
Is that what you just said?
Have you never
Should've
seen
been.
Suspension 9? Oh
I'll
my
check
God.
them out for sure, though.
Oh, they're
They've been around for a few years too, but I
Right.
mean, 11 years, man. You guys really.
That's outstanding.
You've got a following. You've got plenty. We've talked about this before the show. Is when we were on that other station. I was my source of getting local music at the time was Reverb Nation, and I found Tyler, and it's like, wow, man, there's like 36 songs there,
guys are
and
just
it's like,
Well, I appreciate you reaching out. It was a great interaction there.
Yeah, but I mean, so I know that I think lots of people put everything up on Reverb Nation, whether it's, serious, releasable material or just to get to know the band. What's the logic behind what you did there? Because, I mean, hey, it led to us becoming
right.
intertwined in a couple of different ways. And that's, I mean, really here again, aside from the local art and businesses, we're all about, we're playing like 400 bands and solo artists on the station.
That's awesome. Absolutely.
And-
So for Reverb Nation, I think that was just a good outlet to throw stuff up for free. Like iTunes and everything else costs money, so it was a good way to be like, okay, well, let's see if anyone wants to listen to this. And it turns out they didn't, and that's why we're here.
You're funny. Well, then you can almost create an EPK with Reverb Nation too.
That's true. And
You know.
Bandcamp is really cool too. All the free ones, that's really awesome that there's a way, 2018 for you, you can actually post your music online and get it
Yeah.
out to everybody.
Well, and that's what's made it so easy for us to have such an immense catalog of music that we do. And like I say, when anyone gives us a CD of any form, we play everything.
The whole CD.
So if you think there's a dud track on anything, it's going to get played anyway.
well,
And that's very respectable because we were talking about how with the MP3s and everything these days, you have so much music at your disposal
Yeah.
that you won't necessarily listen to one artist all the way through.
No.
So you hear all about that bass, no treble. Well, you don't know what else is on there. There's Go
Exactly.
Bananas on that CD, and who knows what else that I didn't call out right, you know?
Well, and that's what really soured me on the music industry in the 70s and 80s when, the hit record, and then the rest of the record was like,
nobody knew of.
Yeah.
And there's where a lot of the great
Terrible.
songs are,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, it was either a whole classic album or it was one song and the rest of it was
Doo-doo, nobody listened to
That's
it,
why
yeah.
everybody made cassette mixtapes way back then.
Right.
But no, respectable 11 years, man. Who wants to hear a couple more tunes?
I think they're all tuned out.
No.
We've done enough, right? I mean,
No,
you get it anyway.
You guys are
There's
outstanding.
already a couple hundred people online, so
Right.
don't.
right
Already.
on. Well, welcome to the show, guys.
Yeah.
We're here to not look awkward while this goes on.
Me neither. Don't worry.
This is called Alive.
And no, that was not the drum solo, so don't worry. That wasn't. We didn't just spoil it that quick. It's not that easy.
Yeah, it was. When the drum solo comes, you'll know.
You're not
won't
getting
have
out
to
of this.
ask. You won't ask.
That also wasn't the bass solo either, Patrick. Why don't
Yeah.
you tell him that?
Oh, shit.
I thought that was the whole bass solo. It's all I got. Damn, it's really all I got.
Oh no, because I know Lisa being a bass player, and we look at everybody.
Oh, I've been losing my mind over here. I love the way
Patrick's
you play.
walking off stage now too. Yeah.
He's crying. He's crying.
But that's it.
Normal.
I'm sure Lisa's going to make a comment about you are doing the proper positioning and
Oh
holding
yeah,
the bass.
everybody's proper up there. I love it. I love to
right.
see that. I really do. I have a question from the last question. A follow up, which is, you guys have been together for 11 years. What brought you together?
Who wants to take over and be very careful with their words?
We'll tag team it. We can work together. We can be
Go
a
ahead
team.
and start, Pat.
I'm gonna sit this
Tell
one
the
out. I've been
truth.
talking a lot.
So, like, this is kind of a long story, but just to make it short, there was some family members involved. There's a few different bands involved, and what really meant a lot to us was that through all of it, the common denominator, if you will, I'm not a math guy, but it was the three of us. And so we had other members. We had his older brother for a while, and we made really great music, so we never regretted a single thing we did.
Yo, shout out to Autonomous, Shay Bischoff.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, the band's called Autonomous, and they're great reggae music. They're making a splash in the Springs as well. So, you said after every band you make connections, right? That's one of them for sure.
Okay, great.
Great music, great band, and we're still very close with all of them. And so we had like his older brother, we had other frontmen as well, and those bands, ended in different ways. And so through all of it, it was always us three. So we just kind of said,
Do a three-piece.
do this. And Ty stepped up big. He wasn't even singing at the time. We're like, one of us has to sing, and he just stepped up and did it. And so
It takes
some
a lot of
people,
guts.
yeah, they're like, oh, how'd you become a singer? He's like, well, I just had to be,
It's so hard.
The easy answer is I'm not a singer. We have to do something.
No, you
Can't
do
be
a
all
great
instrumental.
job.
He's
do
a
a great
guitar player
job.
through and through. And I think he still doesn't enjoy singing that much. I think he loves his guitar. I don't know if he enjoys singing that much, but he does it. He does it for us and for the songs we write. And, that's something he sacrifices, I think.
I only like to sing Wheels on the Bus.
You're funny.
Can you give us a demo, Ty? Could you please?
Sure, hold on. Which key do we want to play it in? The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the door.
You just witnessed history.
We wrote that. We wrote that.
You're welcome, okay? This is a big deal that you just saw that.
That's my daughter's favorite song, for real. That she loves that song.
Well, I was going to ask.
Just not when I sing it.
How many people come into your music studio and ask you to teach them that song?
I think none for me. What do you think?
I got 0 on this end.
They put all those songs in the books to make them practice sight reading. So all those like Ode to Joy and all those hits, all those raging hits are in
Hot cross buns.
those books. But no, they all want to learn Guns N' Roses or like, AC/DC or something.
Right.
Bieber.
Teaching you how to tap play,
Yeah, they like definitely. I teach my kids to go to Guitar Center, just learn one lick and turn up the amp all the way, and don't worry about anything
funny.
else.
That's hysterical. People do that all the time.
Hey, we have a couple more songs here.
A couple
You
more?
should have seen
Is that what we
I
do?
know, it's like-
Is that what we're doing?
It got quieter than it was in here. That's insane. I can still make it quiet in here. That's impressive.
Well, what shut me up is like, wow, there was a text coming through that, we got 10 songs tonight. And it's like, what? We already did 4.
We were surprised too.
I know.
Yeah, and actually, a little bit behind that is, for the past several weeks, we've been rehearsing with a hip-hop group. They're called Bullheaded.
Shout out to Bullheaded.
Shout out
We'll
Bullheaded.
introduce you guys as well. And
Yeah.
and get this, we actually had to plan a metal set. And so we didn't play any of our
wow.
reggae stuff. We just played straight up metal music to hip-hop. And we opened up for OTEP a few nights back at Sunshine
how
Studios.
fun is that? I didn't know you
did
guys
you
did
really?
that.
Yeah, and so it was a lot of fun, but for the past several weeks, we haven't played our music. So we're a little rusty tonight, actually. We just practiced metal songs, so we took all their hip-hop beats and just put metal to them and worked hard on it, and it was a lot of fun. But we're big on collaboration. That's a big part of what music's about, I think.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Can you picture us playing at an OTEP scenario? Because it's just
awkward as shit.
We went up there and everybody looked at us like, what are these guys doing here? Why are they here? When are they going home?
But that's so good for you guys, you know that? And it makes
was
you
awesome.
well-rounded musicians to step outside of your comfort zone.
Absolutely.
And to do things like that. I think that's outstanding. It's scary to do something like that.
Absolutely.
It really is.
But
yeah.
I got to say, Sunshine Studios, we have a
Shout out
an
Sunshine
arrangement.
Studios.
Yes.
We have an arrangement with Tony and Christina. We put their logo on the website. We have a Sunshine commercial in rotation with our commercials daily. And like I say, being a photographer and a video guy from ever and ever, I always kid other photographers. I go, how many pictures do you need of OTEP looking angry?
They just
know?
are angry.
That's kind of their thing, yeah.
I've
It
shot
is.
her like 3 times
Politically
already,
angry.
and it's like, okay, I can pass this one up. It was a cold night, right?
Oh, yeah.
But no, I do love OTEP. I
Yes.
love my metal, and
Without a
you can
doubt.
play as much metal as you want tonight. Really.
Well, thank you. We appreciate
We
that.
call him Metal Mark.
Oh,
You know,
man.
he
Right on.
loves metal. Yeah.
I was around with the definition of the term. If you can't believe that, I know I look so young and. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
That's what we have around here.
Well, it's the fountain of youth as being the bands on our stage.
I know.
That's
We're
what
so
does it for
lucky to
me.
get to do what we do. This is a dream come true, you guys, for us to be able to do this and to support all Colorado musicians and to try to help you guys. You know, for people to see you, to hear your music, to know what you're doing, and to provide it as a free entity because nobody's doing that, and we really should. We need to support each other as musicians, you know, as family, as everything that we do, and it's just an important thing to do.
You know, I love what you guys do because something I realized recently actually is we meet a lot of bands, right? We play a lot of shows, meet a lot of bands, and we always end up liking those bands and saying, hey, let's keep in touch, let's get shows together. And what ends up happening is we just get busy and we,
Sure.
you know, play another show, play the next show, play the next practice. And then months go by and I'm like, oh, we never even contacted them. Or we'll look on our Facebook and see that we missed a message from them. And they tried to stay in touch. And so it isn't always as easy as it sounds to just like get something going and stay in touch and keep things interesting. And so it's very cool to have a place and a site and people that are mindful of that exact thing. It's a collective, right? And so
It is a collective.
So thank you, because sometimes we wished for that. You know, we're like, man, I wish we could just stay in touch better, and I wish we were better at that. Because we're not. We get focused on other things in
Sure.
life and new music that we're writing, and we're not always as good at that part of it.
Well,
and so
we
that's
can thank
big.
Mark White for that.
Well, no, it's an open forum to.
I know, but you're very good at that, Mark.
Well,
you really
and that's okay. So here's the deal. I see on Facebook all the time people asking questions on Facebook instead of getting curious and researching, like. Sure, I can say I did it because, yeah, I did. I went to Reverb Nation. I went to Bandcamp. I looked for music that's in our region, in our state, and I love the variety of our richness in this state. And it was like a no-brainer to me. It's like, why the heck isn't somebody doing this? And so, I mean, in 2011, when I got up from cancer, is when I started saying, what am I going to do next? You know, let's keep this going, and here we are going into 2019, and you know, I had to tell Nicole I'm already ahead of myself on the schedule. We're booking. We've already got shows in June booked. So if
It's
people want to do shows, they need to send us emails, and I'm going to open up the calendar for the whole year.
Right.
And right now, there's some persistent friends that I'm not putting you off, man. We've made promises months ago about having people on, and we're still doing the coordination. I really hate scheduling. I do.
Well, it's hard.
I don't envy anybody that does. You know, but
Yeah.
it's a necessity. You know.
It is. But, you know, we're very fortunate that we do have so many shows booked and that we just did celebrate our second 100 show. You know, it's outstanding what we're getting to do. I guess, you know, I have a whole bunch of questions for you guys because I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a lot of things in common in a strange way, and it's you guys are interesting to me. Now, you guys are also music instructors / teachers, teaching private lessons and doing things like that. And, you know, let's get some information out there at where you're doing it from, what it is that you'd like to grab from that.
All right, I'll go first. So,
So what I like to do is
you can go first. No, so me and Ty's been teaching together for quite a long time. We started a studio way back and taught together for maybe about 4 years, and then we're in our own ways, and now we have 2 separate companies, but we're always working together, doing events together, like the Stargazers, the Hug It Forward that we've seen you guys at. And so my business is called Monument Music. I have a studio in Palmer Lake, right on the edge, kind of towards the Monument area. And I've just been teaching for a while and just building up. I do a lot of different instruments, and my big thing is just getting them to events and getting them to have fun through music. And so that's kind of what I do, yeah. And
That's
then
outstanding.
Ty does it. Ty does lessons as well.
So yeah, he has a studio in Palmer Lake, and I'm a private music teacher, so I normally drive to my lessons, get that golden 15 minutes in between little break drive time. But yeah, I drive up there. I teach about 35-ish students every week, and
That's fabulous.
yeah, and this guy over here is up to like something crazy, like 70. But yeah, we like to get our kids together and do fun stuff. It just seeing these kids be able to perform and have a good time, stuff I wanted to do when I was younger, and you look and see them do it, and you kind of feed off that. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
It touches my heart. It's
Absolutely.
a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Well,
It
and,
is.
and this is how you wore off on us, kind of.
Right on.
To interrupt Patrick, but
Yeah, it was so rude, Mark. You just interrupted me. The middle of my sentence,
serious.
interrupted the beginning of yours. I mean, what? I'm just
hey,
kidding.
we had a heckler the other day, and
Ooh.
I let Nate take care of the light work, but
Sometimes you got to punch him in the.
no,
Something.
I didn't say it.
I
It's
have
2018. Watch your words.
I have to just say sorry. I
Ah.
can't do that stuff, but
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say anyway.
Heckler.
So continue.
Well, so I was just gonna say, like, I've seen some of these guys teach the same kids for years, and some of these kids have followed them from their previous music studio to Dennis creating his own company, Ty becoming a private teacher, and these kids follow them, and like, so it's really crazy seeing these kids not only grow up, like I'll see them like, whoa, how'd you get tall? Is that a thing that just happens? I don't know. I
Why don't you
forget.
tell me how you get tall?
Yeah, right. Says the guy that's 6'4". But it's
me.
just it's crazy seeing these kids get so much better and find a love for music, and it's funny because some of them end up like getting really good and sometimes practicing less, and I hear them frustrated like I wish these guys would practice more, and a lot of them just like these kids turn into musicians, and that sounds corny, but it's so true.
it's
Watching these kids
beautiful.
become from little kids that just are like, okay, so this is a G and this is an
Right.
A, to like playing their own music and their own songs, and some of them have created their own bands now, and just seeing them grow up and become musicians and just blossom into that. God, I sound like
Shout out to
a
Pie
cheese
Corner
ball,
Street
but
Band.
Damn,
No,
it's
it's
Shout out Pie
important.
Corner.
Pie Corner, yeah.
It's
That's-
very
that's
That's a
where
great
I was-
example right there.
That's where I was going with that, is that when you did the Hug It Forward show, you did a whole separate run-through of quick, 2-song sets with like 4 different groups of kids that you taught that came up, and Tony actually took our broadcast and cut them all together, so each of them had that individual package. And it just so happened that Pie Corner, we wanted to get them for the second Hug It Forward thing that we're doing in May. It'll actually be the 3rd. And, Mom kind of said, well, let's make it and we're going to do that June 5th. I think they'll be out of school by then, but they're 12 and 13-year-olds, and they just killed it at Stargazers. They weren't afraid of
They
that
do
big
so
stage.
good.
They weren't afraid of all the couple hundred people in the room.
Yeah.
They kicked it.
They did. It actually made my eyes fill up with tears because I love to see kids doing music. It's the best part of life, and it's such a freeing thing. It makes them better in school, gives them better concentration, improves their math skills, on and on. You could just go on with
Absolutely.
so many things that it provides. I would like to say in a bragging moment that our Miss Laura Lear, is also teaches private lessons, and she does a really great job. So,
right.
I mean, we have a room full of people. If people are out there watching, it's nice to know these guys are teaching, Miss Laura's teaching. I'm going to be putting my foot back in the arena here again pretty soon. It's a wonderful thing that we all do and share. And just like you said, to see them grow up is outstanding.
You had talked about all the things that they excel at because of music, and that's so true, math, and there's a lot of different things. But
Right.
my favorite and a big selling point to these parents are, hey, your kid's going to be at home with me instead of doing whatever else they could be out doing after school.
That's right. It keeps them off the streets. It gets them doing other things that are so
Exactly.
important. And also, too, it gets them off of the ding-dang games.
No doubt. Those video games are getting crazy.
It really is. I mean, you see a whole bunch of little pale, zombied out little kids walking around, and it's like,
Shout out to Fortnite.
you gotta be right. There's more to life. There's just more to life, and music is a skill that you can take with you for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Hey, all you students out there that are on break right now, I hope you're practicing.
Oh,
Where are you at? Where are you at? One of these cameras. You better be practicing.
You know, and that's the funny thing is one thing some of the parents of the Pie Corner kids were at the table below where I was filming, and I'm looking down and I'm going, they're watching the show on YouTube on their cell phones while we're filming it, and I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
You know, there's a rush for everybody involved in whatever bit and piece that we do in our music community. There's room for everybody. In fact, we you know, have come to the point where we need some volunteers for things we'd like to be doing, and you know, 2019 is going to be. We've already got a lot going on
Big
for
things
next year.
lined up for 2019.
Yeah, but you know, you guys, we would. It's kind of. Should I break it to him now or what? No, I'll just tell you. It's like, okay, we would like you to have a music student show on our stage every once in a while. You know,
Let's
like
do it.
We
Let's
would
do
love
it.
to.
It's
Yeah.
done. Yeah, we'd be so stoked for that.
I mean, in the last 2 years we have
Great
done that.
venue.
We've had youth bands on our show before.
Well, and it keeps in line with our charity Mountain Kids music
Yeah.
that I've been doing for a long time, and now I have everybody that we're doing KCOS with has joined with me, and we get to do this. And what Mountain Kids does is we provide instruments and lessons from qualified certified teachers passing a background check. Honestly, you have to say that. You just do.
You do have to say that. That's true.
For indigent children and for schools that their programs are dying out and for things like that. I just honestly believe it's so important to do this. And so that's what we're doing with Mountain Kids. And with that, we've been able to align ourselves with people like Tony Caruana, Brian Hall over here, all things to do with helping children. It's wound up snowballing into a beautiful thing.
Well, and we've got this. I mean, it's a labor of love to develop, but it's a serious topic. And you know, Brian and HelpAutism.org has really helped us realize the depth of developing a music therapy program for autistic. You know, the community of autism. It's not really just teaching them how to play music all the time. It's kind of like catching their attention first,
Teaching them how to
seeing what they're
feel.
interested in, what they respond to, you know.
Absolutely.
So the screening process is the first thing is the screening process.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that well enough? And, you know, in this development of what we're all trying to do, we just thought we were going to be a radio station. Man, did we fool ourselves by getting into all this other cool stuff. And then it's cool stuff. I mean, we take this so seriously. It's
important.
This is like the rest of our lives' mission.
Right.
Okay?
And all
But-
children are important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But really, it's you reap so much more than the effort that you really actually put into it.
This is very true.
You know,
It's very, very true.
to watch kids' faces, you see it every day. You know, and whatever reactions they do. You
When
know?
the light goes on, isn't that a beautiful thing? When you're teaching a child and you see the light go on and they're like, oh, okay. And then they take another step forward and they grow again and they grow again. It's just wonderful.
Absolutely.
it's
I
a-
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a whole nother thing for sure.
Well, you know, being at the top of the hour almost, the first hour, it's also once again time to say you're listening and watching to KCOSdigitalmedia.com, and to thank our Hex Audio partners, Chad Martin also, and
We love Chad.
our flyer makers, Neon Pig Creations that do our monthly calendar. Thanks to Colin and Christy. And you're listening to the Knightbeats, and I think since we're like, this is the second hour, let's play some more music.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
I'm packed and I'm molten, I'm sparkling, she's leaving, she's golden, she lives for me. She says she lives for motivation, her own motivation. She comes round and she goes down on me, and I make you smile like a drug for you. Do ever what you wanna do, coming over you. Keep on smiling, we'll be good through. One stop to the rhythm that divides you, and I speak to you like the chorus to the verse. Triple
Doing lots of cotton candy. We'll pick up until you break, it won't stop. Won't come down, I gave sock with a tick-tock rhythm. I bumped before I dropped and then I bumped up. I took the hit that I was given and I bumped again. And I bumped again. You said, how do I get back there to the place where I fell asleep inside you? How do I get myself back to the place where she said, I want something else to get me through this semi-charm kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye. I believe in the sand beneath my toes. The beach gives a feeling underneath the feeling. I believe in the faith that grows in the four right chords that make me cry. When I'm with you, I feel like I could die and that would be alright. Alright. And when the plane came in, she said she was crashing. The velvet rips in the city, we tripped on the earth to feel the life. Now I'm struggling to survive the taste of wearing that velvet dress. You're the priestess, I must confess. Those little red pennies, they pass the test. Slide up around my belly, face down on the mattress. I want something else to get me through this semi-charm kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye.
90s music.
That's called 90s music, guys. Back with the Ninja Turtles and I was minding my own and doing my thing, but something felt off. It was so strange. I could see through the eyes of another life. We shared the same fears, our souls looked alike. Can't explain the feeling I had. It was something to explore. Deja vu just makes me so mad. I've been there before. I'm falling for this deja vu. It feels like I've been in this room. I've been losing my fucking mind. I've been through this 1,000 times. It happened again. I was looking through the eyes of the dead. Is it a dream or is it a real thing? My memory is slowly fading. Can't explain the feeling I had. It was something to explore. Woo! Deja vu just makes me so mad. I've been there before. I'm falling for this deja vu. It feels like I've been in this room. I've been losing my fucking mind. I've been through this 1,000 times. I'm falling for this deja vu, ready for something new. Been losing my sense of time. Flashbacks from my falling for this deja vu. It feels like I've been in this room. I've been losing my fucking mind. I've been through this 1,000 times.
Man. You know, I'm glad he finally went for the F word there. He was censoring himself for the first couple verses. I'm not sure if you could catch that. He was like censoring himself, and then he just went for it.
I think the bathrooms are that way.
Just a loud
So anyways, we're looking for a new drummer.
Dennis, where you fucking going?
Oh man.
Hey, he's got to use the restroom.
We're still censoring ourselves. See how
Auditions?
impressive that is?
Don't cuss to my friends.
Don't say auditions because Learjet back here is a drummer, and you know,
Don't say drummer because he's in the band now.
Well, see, after the end of the show, he'll be right there going, "I like that." He'll want to sit on the throne. And
Yeah, we're easy, man. It's only been 11 years. We don't have much attachment to him, so
You know,
we'll
but
just kick him to the
that's
curb. You
We
know,
definitely don't jam at his house.
we don't need him.
So I don't know. We need a drummer and a house to jam at. Uh-oh. What's up, Facebook? Where are the drummers with houses at?
See, you know, and that's it. But in between our transition, we did a couple. We called them the basement sessions, because we did some shows in my basement and a couple in the Lear's basement, and that's why we're having Suspension 9 back, because their basement session was.
It was
really
the wildest show we ever did.
Basement shows always are the wildest.
Quite frankly, it scared me a little, and it was fun, but it was like, you didn't do that. Oh, don't say that. Oh my God! I just wound up laughing because I mean, what are you gonna do?
But you
Right.
know what? Some of them, once again,
Their
some
music
of the
is
most.
Have a good night,
outstanding.
guys.
Thanks for coming. We're here every Wednesday.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year's.
Year.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
I know,
Suspension
yeah.
9 is outstanding as a band. They're very decorated people.
Well, and they've changed the lineup a little bit, and
Yes.
I mean it's quite different. And Mr. Scary was also with our new best friend, or should I say new best friend? Yeah, I'll say new best friend, Dragontown Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Love that guy. And yeah, so Mr. Scary ended up in the Dragontown Dan band, doing a pretty good job, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Dan would have put him in the guillotine, right?
They do some stuff.
Oh, yeah,
And
they do the
hang
full
people
stage
from
show.
the ceiling with hooks, and they do all kinds. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was the first time I'd ever seen him, and I was like, oh my.
Don't, yeah, no.
Through the
For-
whole thing.
For the few people that are left, don't scare them away. No.
Oh no, no, they're a great band. I wouldn't think that would scare anyone away. I
No.
think that would draw intrigue.
Believe me, we do crazy stuff. Like one time, I fell.
He fell down. It was crazy.
Like, I mean, it's just insane.
Also, one time we played a show.
Yeah, we started, it ended, we went.
Well, it's not over yet.
We're insane. We're crazy guys.
Well, you know, being tall, it's a long way down, isn't
It's
it?
a long way
true.
to fall.
It's true.
I know.
You know, you don't just fall a little bit, you fall a lot. with
Yeah.
this. And so
Yeah.
we're crazy guys.
I don't even bounce anymore.
Some wild and crazy guys.
I bounce a couple times. I'll go back up to my feet.
Oh, I made a comment to somebody because I just made some crazy stuff on Facebook like I always do. I think really, you know, remember them 900 commercials, 900 number commercials for Psychic Hotline. At the very
Yeah.
bottom in the fine line print, it said, "For entertainment purposes only."
AKA, this is all bullshit.
3 small payments,
So,
$99.99.
I mean, every post you put on Facebook, it should have that disclaimer: for entertainment for purposes only. I got taken too seriously way too many times, and it's like,
You know what's
Mom,
weird? They'll
I'm
take
not-
you seriously when you don't want them to, but when you want to be taken seriously, they don't take you
They
seriously.
just don't.
Well, but
You
exactly.
can't
That's
win
it.
on the internet. Sorry,
we
guys.
know better.
It's
Yeah,
all lost in interpretation.
yeah.
That's why we decided to not take ourselves very seriously. And I got to tell you, that's a great feeling.
That's working out a lot better.
Good
It
philosophy.
does. I love it. Yeah, it set me free.
I noticed with you guys that as much as you've been together for 11 years, you're still having fun.
Absolutely.
And that's what matters the most, is having fun. In my opinion, it really is. It's always nice to get paid, and that's another story. But as it goes, having fun.
You know, and it did, like he just said, it felt a lot better just to let go and say, we don't care. Like, we've never played a perfect show. We may be teachers, but we're totally open to screwing up. It's part of the show.
Everybody
Like, we're going to
does.
mess up, and it's part of the show. If you want to hear us play perfect, go listen to our CD, because it's not perfect either, actually. But
Well,
You know, that's perfect. That's the most perfect statement anybody could have
Right,
said,
and that's
because
what
you
makes us
don't know
human.
how many bands will come after the show and go, "Oh man, I messed up over in this bar and this song," and I'm going, "You think anybody really knows?
Exactly.
Right. I don't think I've ever done a show without making a serious one or two
Yeah.
big faux pas.
I've played whole shows. This is off subject, but I've played whole shows where they came up and like took pictures of these guys, like had me hold the camera to take pictures with them with the band, and then I gave the camera back, like, oh yeah, I'm in the band too. Oh, can I get your pic? Like they don't even know. Like everybody picks their person to look at and just goes for it. And yeah, mistakes are part of the game, definitely.
Well,
Part of the story.
mistakes are part of art anyway. I would have
Absolutely.
to say that the most beautiful paintings in the whole wide world have a million mistakes in them.
Absolutely.
They just do, and that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it us unto ourselves as separate individuals and artists, because nobody or anything is perfect.
But you know what? It always, so Ty, no matter what you say, brother, the key to being a slick guitar player is just to have a really freaking cool looking guitar.
That's what I try to go for.
How'd you know?
Actually, I'll disagree with you. The real trick is to have red hair. And
there
boom,
you
he's
go. You know
what?
nailing it.
This used to work a lot better when we started as a band because my hair is slowly turning brown, and the ginger jokes are gonna come to an end, and I actually feel bad about that for them because they can't make fun of my.
He'll always be red in my heart.
You know, I
El
run
Rojo.
around. I run around King
El
Super.
Rojo.
If I see a redhead, I yell "Red Power" and slap their hand as hard as I can. I'm not always a good thing to do, but they look at me weird sometimes.
See, I'm one of them Irish Scottish that always had brown hair but a red beard.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I'm confused.
Which one matches the drapes?
Did you just assume my hair color? My hair's red, guys. Don't assume.
See, I know. It's like, that's not red.
I'm not going to say anything.
He's
I'm
going through a
keep it.
metamorphosis.
I know, it's too easy to build off of that,
It is.
huh?
Oh my goodness, you guys are killing me here.
All right, fellas, ready to do this?
Oh,
I'm
man.
ready to
Oh,
do
there you
this.
go.
Let's have an early toast to 2019.
Cheers, everybody in here right now for putting
Yeah,
up with
guys.
Right
us.
here, let's do this the real
Thanks
Knightbeats
for
way.
coming.
Whatever your poison is.
You guys
bless
want to
you.
know our real show? It's 50% music, 50% just us just bullshitting on the mic. So
That's
There you
true.
go.
that's
That's
Knightbeats
true.
right there, and we patent that. We
And
started that.
If it's a
so.
quiet night, you're not actually getting the full show.
Yeah,
Means
exactly.
we're far too
The
concentrated
more
on
the
music.
people, the more the jokes.
People are loving it online nonetheless.
We
and-
love you online.
Good.
Hey,
You know what?
Hey, and
Yeah.
thank you guys right here.
Bless
Everybody
you
that's been
all.
watching right here, thank you guys
Yeah, it
so
means a
much.
lot.
We
This
appreciate it.
this
Day
is
after
for you.
Christmas, we know, but yeah.
It's for Facebook.
Cheers. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Cheers, everybody. Shout out to my daughter, Luna, and my wife, Melissa.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
so sweet. That's
You know,
wonderful.
people want to know like how can you get a band for 11 years? How do you do that? And I think it's like, you know, it's three things. You either have to be making a ton of money, love the music you make, or like the people in the band. And there has to be at least two of those. And for us, it's definitely not the money. So it's just we
Right.
like
In the
each
state of
other
Colorado.
and we love the music we make, and that's why we're a band right there. Only those two reasons, because we meet up once a week, every single week for the last 11 years. It's a cult. It's us just hanging out. It's us chilling together, and we respect the music 100%. And that's why we're teachers. We love the music, first off. We love working with the kids. We love seeing that progression and all that. But we respect the music, and we know that it's a mission, right?
It
to
is.
pass the torch on to the next person. And I think that, like Ty said, when you see, you didn't have that. You didn't have events and recitals and cool-ass concerts at Stargazers. And when you give that to that kid, that's better than getting it yourself. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
You love it.
It's
But
re-
you want to know the real Knightbeats trick? Yeah, it's just drinking, having fun, and loving each other. Yeah, Merry Christmas, you two. Let's do this.
Thank you.
So about the whole loving each other thing, Dennis, we tried to replace you while you were in the bathroom.
Yeah, and
You
it
can't
worked.
replace the fro. They got to have a better fro to replace the drummer stuff.
We
Hey,
gotta
man,
check
can you
how
grow-
deep that love
But
goes.
we know we ain't got that here.
He's got a house and a fucking sweet car.
I
There
do.
you go.
Do you have
it's
a sweet car?
Subaru. I don't know how sweet it is.
What do you drive, sir?
My wife thought it was tight.
Oh, there's a.
You drive a Land
A
Rover.
Q&A.
Well, I got the tank Land Rover. I
You
got,
got a
Alright.
Jaguar.
Good shot, too.
got a Jag in the garage. You know.
Hey,
Oh
let's
shit!
let's get one of these random people up here and see what they do for a living. Hey,
Yeah,
who wants
and
to
you
come
guys-
up and talk for us?
Yeah, come
Well,
on.
you know,
You guys
and-
got a song request? Don't be shy.
And that's what I'm saying here. You know what? I got to thank. There are so many people sharing what we're doing tonight with this show. I got to say
Sorry,
thank
Ty.
you to all the people that are sharing posts, and obviously, you know, we never say that this is a professional show because we don't know how to do that.
Don't
yet.
don't invite us on it if you want it to
I'm
be.
saying they
You know, we
for a
have
while,
to.
can't do
This
that.
is not the Lawrence Welk hour, but you
No,
know.
thank
This is the
goodness.
Steve Wilco hour.
Yeah, just about. Just
right.
about.
You are the father.
Yeah,
You are the father.
Yeah, where's Maury Povich when you need him?
I'll take it.
Yeah, this means a lot that people are here because we were, thinking like, oh my gosh, December 26th. It's the holidays. It's the day after Christmas. It's middle of the week.
Yeah.
It's freezing outside.
Yeah.
So the fact that anybody's here means a lot to us. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and listening.
We have such good, loyal people for KCOS, digitalmedia.com. We really, really, really do. I'm really proud to be a part of this, and the people that love us are what makes us.
Well,
So
we wouldn't be anything without the people that come and play with us. We we just offer the forum.
right.
This
entirely.
is we're really serious about actually wanting to progress as a nonprofit and make some money, have some sponsorships, so that we can do more with more, of course, because internet radio is so cost effective. That's exactly why we do it. We do it because there's people at home
That's right.
with families that can't get out. There's people
Shout out Aunt Donna.
there's people without
Invalids.
transportation that can't get out. There's
Sick
people with
people.
disabilities that can't
Right.
get out.
Internet radio is killing the game getting way more ratings, way more love than the mainstream radio anymore.
It
it's,
is.
It's killing the
Well,
game.
it can be visual.
It was almost, I have really come to the realization, and shout out to everybody across town
Shout out town.
that's playing
town.
music. I mean, there's music all over town all week long.
Shout out town.
But really, this is like the most viewed, listened to, watched thing on a
It is. We're
Wednesday
so
night.
lucky.
Absolutely.
And I can't thank anybody more than I can, because really, it just blows me away.
It does me too.
We're beating the new South Park
Thank
episode.
you. Yeah, I
Shout
know.
out Mark, hottest artist in the city.
I'm about ready for another song. Are you?
You guys, yeah, it's you got 45 minutes left, and if you
guys got
want
45
to
minutes.
We're gonna take them.
just really, because
know.
let's have a great time with what we got and entertain the people for the music.
Awesome.
We can only say so much. We say what we say every
Three more
week.
shots.
You guys, really? Okay, Nicole,
Let's do it. We
Hey,
can only say
Nicole.
so much. 3 more shots.
Can we do 3 beers and 3 shots to the stage, please?
Shout out
you
Mark.
guys can edit that out later, right?
She's very accommodating. I hope you guys are tipping her very well.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's it. Nicole is the best.
Take care of Nicole,
is.
because she is taking
Beautiful
care of all of
woman.
us.
Yep.
Hey, for the strangers out there, leave a comment and say if we should just plan on being quiet and playing music, or do you want more talking? Let us know. Are you getting sick of hearing my voice on the microphone? Because I know he is. No, but seriously, let us know. I'm genuinely curious. Comment. Say
Yeah.
this redhead needs to stop talking.
They're usually
Comment for more music. Dislike for just talking.
Yeah, they're
Absolutely.
usually tired of my voice. That's why I have pretty co-hosts.
All right. I was
Shout out
wondering.
pretty co-host.
It was a good save, Mark.
I was. Yeah.
All right, this next one's called Just Getting Started, because we are just getting started.
Needed to get out. So we showed up to this house, but there was a party. But they were packing it down out of discretion for the town. We needed to get out. When it's getting late, we're just getting started. We arrived at 8:30. We're breaking the party. Necessities in my hands. The greenest trees on this tank. Your coffee and coughing. So feel like we still look up. Have a chicken try to keep up with us, with us. When it's getting late, we're just getting started. We arrived at 8:30. We're breaking the party.
Facebook, put your hands together.
When it's getting late, we're just getting started.
That was terrible, Facebook.
We arrived at 8:30. We're breaking the party.
Did you guys ever wonder why the hell Leonardo DiCaprio died at the end of the Titanic? No? He deserved it, right? I agree. Just curious.
Shout out Titanic.
Tip of the iceberg.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's us just making up some shit. Brand new song, just for Gold Room, just for digital media, just for Mark, just for you guys. Here we go. Ready, guys? Something fresh. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
That was just outstanding. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm
I
over here
appreciate
with
it.
a friend of mine. We
Where'd
put
you
out-
go? We're
I'm
looking for
over
you right
here.
now.
We put out our invites every week
Oh, there we
to
go.
our friends, our family, and out in the public. And every now and then, somebody that I haven't seen in
Go
years
and put that
and
on his
years will
tab.
come along.
I'm just kidding.
And here's my friend, and I haven't seen him in so many years. I just thought I'd come over and spend some time with him. So there you have it. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. You guys sound great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
The musicality is outstanding.
If you guys got something you like, let us know.
And we
Well.
probably can't play it. It's such a trick question. We ask people when they get really saucy at a bar gig, we're like, hey, go ahead and give us any song you want us to play and we'll play it. And they tell us, like, oh, we don't do that
We
one.
But
don't
when
do
we
that
know
one.
the one, man, we look good though.
You got another
We don't
one?
do Freebird.
When they ask us for the one we know, man, we look good.
And they ask for Freebird. It's like, I know you're kidding, right?
You know, that's kind of annoying. Where did that come from? Was it just some dumbass?
It's because
drunk guy
Freebird
just-
is that good.
Is it?
Freebird is outstanding, but
It
it's
is.
just so over asked for.
I think it's like more cowbell. It's just the asshole comment that everybody has to say. Like,
You can even name someone that in the audience if they're being a dick. Like they're like, "Hey, what's up?" You're like, "Easy, Freebird." Like just chill out.
right.
It
That's
works
funny.
that way.
I knew there was gonna be one tonight.
Always. There's always at least one.
Yeah, so
Shout
that-
out Freebird.
That's my favorite question. Do people come up to you and actually talk about your musical prowess, or hey, can you play Freebird?
Nah, it's all Freebird.
I know, yeah.
They
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
They
yeah.
come
Nobody
up to
gives
us.
a shit.
They will ask us though. They'll come. We get the most disrespectful people sometimes. Middle of a song, like, okay, here's a good story. One time we were about to play at Mother Muffs. A guy puts $5 into a jukebox like seconds before we're about to start. So while we're sound checking, he says, "What the hell, man? I just put $5 in and picked some songs." I'm like, "What the? Excuse me. What are we supposed to do about that? Like, we're booked for a bar gig here, and you put $5 in. That's your bad. I'm sorry."
Exactly.
But yeah, it was a really, really.
I
I
think-
give him shit.
You know what? Mistakes happen, and it's okay. Like you can own those. You can deal with those different ways. That's fine. But I think a big lesson is don't be a dick.
True.
Exactly.
A message to every sound guy in
Mistakes
town.
are made. It's
hard
okay.
for some
Being a
people,
dick.
though.
Don't be. Life is short. Don't be a dick.
Well, and it seems that there's always one.
You
I'm
know,
trying not to. It
There's
just
normally
happens.
2 or 3.
I'm gonna own up to one of my faux pas. I just
do it.
Somehow I'm a Google tour guide or something like that because I leave reviews. Right. Yep, I do. So
Hey
there's
man, I'll review you.
Oh no! Well,
He's
yeah,
like, no.
review or recommend us for.
We're gonna review the shit out of you, man.
All right, cool. But there was
Won't be
you
good.
know,
No, just
5
kidding.
stars.
There's this bar. There's this bar by a theater on the east side that I come to find out used to have music. So I mean, it just popped up and said review it, and I go, oh, it was a nice place, but you know they had music on one side, live music, but they kept the overhead house music going on the other side.
Not good.
And
That's
I
disgusting.
made a comment about that, and they just replied just today and said, well, we haven't had live music at this bar in about a year.
That's because we played there.
They shut it down after
We
we
ruined
stopped
it.
there, yeah.
No, it's one of those, it's a chain bar, it's a chain restaurant that does the booking out of Denver, and they send Denver bands. And I love my Denver friends. We support them too. and,
Yes.
you know, and we've had so many Denver bands come down here and play, but I'm gonna have to call Bar Louie. Oh, I said it.
Oops, he said it. See how you
And
are?
say,
I didn't hear nothing.
and
Me
say,
neither.
Shout out Bar
gee,
Louie.
sounds like we should sponsor a Thursday night there or something, you know?
Absolutely.
But, you know, it's just the knucklehead in me that wants to just try, you know?
Well, I like you, knucklehead.
Thank you. You know, I was banned from watching The Three Stooges as a child.
Shout out.
All right.
I wasn't allowed to go to Six Flags, so I know how you feel.
Oh, yeah.
My whole class got to go, but me.
Bummer.
He wouldn't have done it anyways.
How could
I
you-
really, I don't like rides. That's
He
a,
wouldn't
that's a
have
true
done it
fact.
anyways.
I hate roller coasters. I've been on them. I don't like them.
I was sick for the
Ely.
Elitist
I
trip
love
too,
'em.
Ty.
Raise your hand if you hate roller coasters.
I do.
I
All
love
right.
them.
Half the room.
No,
You
once
guys,
once
two of
again,
us.
It's that tall factor, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
That
like,
is scary.
Center of gravity is just
I
different.
have the fat factor. That's why I'm like 300 pounds overweight for this ride. This shit can't support me going up this hill, dude.
Well, the wooden one at Elitch's, I went on with my son, and it's got
Twister.
that bar that I just barely fall under when it goes down.
Yeah.
And then, you know, being extra tall, you're going, whoa.
It's the same when
The
you're
G-force
extra
is that
short.
much worse, too.
Whoa, you
When
know,
you're
and-
really very short, it's the same though, Mark. You feel like you're gonna slide right
Yeah.
underneath that
Yeah.
bar.
That still didn't make me feel any
Yeah, you know
better.
what they say about tall guys. You're super tall, you got a big head clearance, you know?
Something.
Yeah, thank you. That,
Something.
you know.
Don't make me go.
Hey,
there.
wait. Before we take the shots, how about we go around and you say your favorite band story? It's been 11 years, shit, and then we'll cheers on it.
No
Who
kidding,
wants to
yeah.
go first? Who wants to go first? Give the people what they want, guys. Come on.
You've got huge feet. I bet your shoes are huge. You got a big old shoe.
All right, so who wants to go first?
What are we doing?
All right, I'll start. All right, so cheers. My favorite band story, maybe not the most exciting, but the craziest that I like, is that we played this gig at G.I. Jody's, and our lead singer was tripping on mushrooms the whole time. And it was a good
we don't
show and
condone that,
everything.
by the way.
That's so
That wasn't the
difficult.
worst part. We got into the van and we're ready to go back to Colorado Springs because it's, far in Denver. And the brakes went out as we were going. And so Ty luckily saved us. He was able to coast it into a spot, and then we got a ride home. But yeah, the brakes going out. That
I was
my favorite
17
story.
years old, and we drove a
Ice cream
vehicle the size of a UPS truck, and we never got pulled over once for some reason.
So I'm doing
not
my
sure
shot
how.
on that. Cheers to
Cheers
not
on
dying
that.
on the highway when the brakes went out.
There you go. I guess I have a favorite one. It's kind of a calamity.
No,
It's
he's got the
worse.
big one, big old shoes.
We were playing on stage one night, and I don't know what happened, but we were going for the grand finale, thinking we're all cool. We're half lit. We're having a good time. And, okay, I went to go for a jump because I like to jump. I went to go for a jump, and my knees buckled. And just as I hit my knees on the stage, my lead guitarist said, whack, and he cracked himself right between the eyes with his guitar. And